rapper T.I. clapped back at comedian Godfrey after he felt insulted about his recent comedy aspirations. During a recent comedy show in Atlanta where Godfrey was the headliner, he felt disrespected when T.I. performed a comedy set after Godfrey finished on stage. Now, in a recent interview, Godfrey felt as if T.I. had not put in enough work to be considered a comedian and felt no act should follow a headliner in a show. T.I. went on to IG Live saying that Godfrey could have had a conversation with him that could have added value, but instead incited a discussion of opposition. So ladies, what are your thoughts on this one?
This is the thing. When you're doing comedy shows and you're the headliner, you traditionally, and I believe this is probably still the case, you get to choose if you want someone to go in front of you. Like, even they call pop-ins. I think what happened was that they may have asked Godfrey and he said no. But because T.I. is so, they let him go on after the headliner. And so I think this is a matter of ego on Godfrey's part, that, you know, why you gonna follow me? And he probably didn't want him on his show. Right. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
And, it was giving a little bit of hateration.
Yeah,
give it a little hateration.
Just like if this is words of encouragement that you're looking to give me, you wouldn't do it publicly. It's like Lonnie, if I said, I want to do a little comedy and, you know, it doesn't turn out so right, you'd call me and say, hey, check this out. This is a way you can do a little something different. As a matter of fact, I've been checked before, namely by my big brother, Dougie Fresh, who reached out to me very young. I was 16, 17, and I was doing an interview. And the interview, I was, you know, hardcore, Brooklyn, like, and we were in Detroit about to do a show. And he said, hey, do you want people to come to the show? And I said, yeah. He said, well, why don't you sound like it? Are you happy? I was like, yeah. He said, well, you should let that reflect in your interview. And I said, oh, okay, yeah. I don't have to be hardcore all the time. And so I think that was great for him to call me on the low, which to me, what it is that you said just makes sense, that it's something that comes from an ego-based place.
Yeah.
Because he didn't.
Because, honey, if I'm the headliner and T.I. want to go up, go on up.
Go on up.
Do 10 minutes. I'm going to give you the light at 10 minutes. Right. You're going to mess up my show, okay, if you go over that. Because, you know, he's just starting out. But it's like, you got the notoriety of T.I.
Yeah, I didn't even know Godfrey.
What? Yeah.
Me neither. I got to be honest, I had never heard of him.
I never heard of him.
So, but I do know T.I. Yeah. And obviously, if that's the bigger name, maybe, I get it, not in that arena. He's not the bigger name in that arena,
he's
but in general,
comedy. Very
he
funny.
is, no, I'm saying T.I. is just a bigger name overall.
Yeah.
I don't get why this would bother you so much.
Well, it's ego. Again, I think Lonnie was right, but Godfrey said, I'm not watching what you can't do better than me. Oh. Which is definitely ego, because you kind of want to be around people who are better than you so you can absorb that and be better. Right? And not to knock somebody down and,
But to Godfrey's point, he feels that T.I. isn't serious, and he feels like he's getting a break, and he should pay homage, I think. And that's why it's like, when you pop into these clubs, you have a conversation with the headliner. The owner is the person that is supposed to, or the manager of the club is supposed to make sure that they're okay. He should have never, if Godfrey did not want him, you know, on his show, the owner shouldn't have put him on.
I think that's unfair if that is the case, that Godfrey would think that T.I. is not serious. You know how many times all of us will break the lines to do something different from what people know us.
It depends on the type of, what type of show he's gonna do. Like, Godfrey has a different type of show, and maybe he didn't want that in front of him before, you know, for his audience. Right. So it's a very tricky thing with
Crazy question. We've all worked really hard to get to where we are. I think we all have great stories of struggle and just like what you had to do to make it. If you see somebody else just getting the opportunity without going through the struggle, does that upset you?
It might sting a little bit if I'm being honest, but it's like...
I'm like, get what you can get, girl. Get
but I think if you're...
Do it.
You can go, oh, God, they didn't have to do... You're not going to do anything about it, but you can go...
the thing is...
like, I wish they didn't have to pay any dues.
Yeah.
But the thing is also... people are prepared. So if I say I want to direct, I'm prepared to do what it takes.
Right.
If I say I want to act, I'm prepared to do what it takes to go into that lane. And I don't think people, they say, oh, she gets a free ride. Oh, it's easy for her because her name is whatever. Yeah. But that doesn't mean we're not willing to put in the work.
Put the work in,
And he might.
if you are good in your craft, it don't matter who come in front of you.
That's right.
It don't matter.
That's right.
So let them go ahead, perform,
that.
and then you get
That's
up there, boom.
Right.
There you
That's
go.
what's up.
I love it.
Go ahead, Lyte.
We're having a great time with our guest co-host, MC Lyte. And speaking of great times, Lyte, you have an amazing evening planned in April called MC Lyte Presents I Am Woman, celebration of women in hip hop. Tell me all about it.
It's the Kennedy Center's 50th anniversary this
Okay.
year. And so they got together with a couple of different women and
major.
said, we want you to curate. So Beverly Bond will do Black Girls Rock, which she normally does.
Yeah.
Issa Rae has film shorts, comedians and actors and for her weekend. And I have women in hip hop.
That is gonna be incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is
Check
so
that out.
great.
Thank you for all you do for women in hip hop.
For real.
You are really keeping the legacy alive.
Thank you.
And she's cute.